Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the episode number 8 of Digital Marketing Daily, and you're with Casey. One thing that I really wanted to make clear to all the audiences of this channel or all the viewers of this channel is I am not here to throw updates at you and say that okay, I've done a major job or I've done something very crucial in trying to figure out these updates. Now my job here is to put these updates in context, give you a use case of how you can use these or where these would be helpful. Basically not just throw updates at you, but to educate you or to guide you or to share with you whatever I have learned and how these can be put in context and how do they stay relevant in today's digital marketing environment. Now on that note, welcome back to the Digital Marketing Daily episode number 8. You're with Casey and let's get started. What are we waiting for? Alright, first things first. Now, don't be surprised if the planet Earth gets called Amazon someday, considering what they're doing. Now, or should I say what they're not doing? What is Amazon not doing exactly? Amazon is doing every possible thing. And if you look at the updates that I've been putting in front of you over the last few days, they're everywhere. I mean, as I said, don't be surprised if planet Earth is called as Amazon someday. And I'll give you a small example. Now, if you talk about big brands, now Amazon ad spends continue to rise, and companies like Levi has seen major increase in the traffic that comes to their websites because of them. They have a brand store that they own on Amazon, and by boosting these and by working around with these web pages or by working around with Amazon, now Levi brand page has seen a lot of traffic come in, which in turn helped them to get to rank higher on searches, and they have shown statistics where it improved by about 25% of traffic has grown up ever since they've done that. Now that is one big thing when you talk about Amazon ads. Now the second thing that I wanted to talk about Amazon was, have you ever heard of merch by Amazon? Merch as in merchandise by Amazon. Now Amazon is trying to revolutionize the process by making the fast deliveries faster. Now Amazon has a print on demand, the POD service that they have, and they're working with local fashion brands to come up with the Amazon merch and Amazon POD capability with the brands that they're working with, and they're just going to churn out a lot of interesting t-shirts or design wear. I mean, it's insane. It's really going to be very interesting of that. Now, fact finding has become the core of what Facebook is doing. Now, fact finding has reached images and videos, which means they're also looking at the images and videos which are being posted and shared on Facebook, and they're actually understanding how much of that is true. Now, Facebook is working aggressively and trying to come up with or trying to take measures on false news, fake pictures, things which are hoax, which convey a different meaning, clickbait. They're doing everything possible to give you the most relevant, accurate information as possible, or should I call it genuine information as possible. Now that is a big move. Facebook strongly believes that AR and VR is much more than just having a few games or a few effects or filters that you put on in your posts. So Facebook is really working towards that and trying to give you a better experience as far as AR VR is concerned. So let's wait and watch about what the recent updates are. I'm very curious to see what Facebook has to do with AR and VR, because they have been one of the early adapters of these technologies. Alright, so let's talk about Google. Google is experimenting with new ad formats on mobile where they're only working with headlines and URLs, and they're not including any descriptions, just to see what happens. So could another ad format be in store while working on Google? Could be. AdWords Editor 12.5 is out, and as exciting as it ever was, AdWords Editor now will include the new ad format, the new responsive search ads, which has got about 2 descriptions with 90 characters, and you have about 3 headlines. Now that is exciting. Now you can start creating these ads using AdWords Editor. Now the second thing that I'm very excited about is you will have an additional description line for dynamic search ads, which was non-existent before. Site link extensions. Let's talk about site link extensions a little. Now, site link extensions are individual links on your website that you could place on your Google Ads, so that it gives you enough context to the user or the person who is looking at your ad, apart from your descriptions and headlines. Now, site link extensions, you were able to create site link extensions with AdWords 12.4 as well, but what has changed in AdWords 12.5 is now when you create a site link extension without any description specifically, it would warn you and it will show an error message, and you have to work on that, and that's what has changed in AdWords 12.5. So nevertheless, AdWords Editor is itself amazing. AdWords Editor 12.5 is even more better. Shopping everywhere. Now, welcome to the shopping season. Now, who is really doing a great job when it comes to innovating with shopping ads? Facebook started it. Amazon always was wonderful when it comes to shopping ads because it's a shopping website, and Facebook has done a lot of changes to its shopping ads and how you can include new product overlays and things like that. Now it's Google's turn, and Google has certainly did an amazing job. Google has introduced video ads while showing your shopping ads. Now, if you have a shopping ad, or if you just go to google.com and say buy new sneakers, now you will be seeing ads. Earlier we saw ads which are only static. Now you will see video ads, which definitely gives you an edge over the static product images. A recent study stated, I don't know if it's recent or not, but a study states that the chances of people getting attracted or hooked onto a product are more when they see the product in action than just looking at a static picture of the product. Now you may be talking about, so what do we talk about? We talk about, let's say we're talking about this mouse, and you would be more, the chances of you purchasing this product would be more if you saw somebody using this product than I show a static picture of this mouse, because product in action always has that urge, or it pushes you to take that action and buy the product. So Google Shopping Ads with videos is amazing. Google SOS alerts are in place for Hurricane Florence. Now the CEO of Google has announced that they have got this feature up where anybody can, you can alert in case you need any medical emergency, you need any hurricane related or disaster related assistance, and this is in place. Is this a counter to Facebook launching their community help tools? I mean, it just helps anybody in a disaster, so you can't really judge who is the winner or who is doing it for this thing. It's a good cause. So Google SOS alerts in place for disasters, an amazing thing considering the reach that they have. You could just post these alerts, and then you would receive the assistance from related parties. Now moving on, Google has introduced new ways to test the website performance. Now you have something called as Google Optimize platform, where you could run various experiments and see how your websites are performing. Now Google has made certain changes, had included certain features along with Google Analytics, so that your website performance tests are going to get even better with the experiments option that you have. So let's wait and watch about how these experiments are changing the face of how your websites are performing. Now, just to give you some context, as giving you just the update was not my intention, the context for this is, look at what is happening. Now Google has made certain changes to Search Console. Search Console in the recent past has been out of the beta version. Now anything that gets validated from Google Analytics will automatically be validated by Search Console. Now Google has made certain changes to the AMPs, which is the accelerated mobile pages, a day or two ago. Along with that, Google Optimize is helping you make better changes and test out different variations of your web page using experiments along with Google Analytics using Google Optimize. So do you see where the dots are connecting? I mean, it's all targeted at helping you get a best mobile website experience, whether it's on desktop or it's on mobile phones, and you have different options to test your and perform tests on your mobile pages. So that's an amazing change that Google has done to test your website performance. The next update that I have is, I do not remember how many of you had access to this update, where a long time ago I spoke about Google Hotel Ads coming to Google Ads. Now Google Hotel Ads, strangely, most of you do not know this, but Google Hotel Ads are separate, they're not a part of Google Ads. Now Google Hotel Ads are coming to Google Ads in this year. Now along with that, a lot of features have been moved back and forth or they're looking at coming up with everything at one place where it's more balanced. Now, on that note, Google is bringing its partners program into your Google Ads, which means you would be able to see your certification badges. You would be able to download your certification badges. It's all in one place. Now you will be able to access or look at your certification related stuff in the Google Ads account itself for the company that you're managing or your individual account that you've been managing. Of course, there are some clauses. Of course, you need to have certain levels of access like standard and admin access, and you need to satisfy certain conditions for this to take place, which you will eventually come to know. All right, moving on to Instagram. Now, not much has changed on Instagram, or I see the same updates that we had yesterday and day before yesterday being repeated. Call it for getting those website views, but no major update as such. I was surprised that not many of them covered the Insta Novels update that Instagram had. So that is you guys know it, and I've also used a video on how I read Alice in Wonderland from my mobile phone on Insta Novels using Instagram. Now, apart from that, IGTV has seen some sort of promising growth when you talk about episodic videos, which means when you come up with videos with episodes, they started getting a lot of traction on IGTV according to a recent study that Instagram has done. So all you creators out there, if you have thoughts, if you have ideas to bring out content, please make sure you start doing it in terms of episodes, because there's some sort of connectivity. There's something holding all these videos together, which are the episodes. So that actually works well, and data also shows the same thing. I mean, the data shows that IGTV has shown promising growth when you upload videos which are episodic in nature. Twitter. Now, Twitter started showing live broadcasts above your feeds that you see on Twitter. Now, there's a feature called Happening Now in Twitter. So, under this Happening Now, you would see all the people that you are following. If they're doing a live broadcast on Twitter, you would see that post above your regular feed, the Twitter feed that you usually have. Right, so since this update is not related to Twitter as such, it is exclusively related to Snapchat, but it has a connection with what Twitter had done in my previous episode. So Twitter has collaborated with a lot of content creators to help, to secure these episodes of, as I said, the match replays or behind the scenes shoots. Now they wanted to come up with a video platform of their own. So similarly, Snapchat has done with the same thing, with collaborating with about a dozen creators or bodies like CNN. Now what these guys would be doing is they would be sharing, or they would be curating content, publicly shareable content that is being uploaded by Snap users, which is Snapchat users. Now they're going to curate this content, come up with a model, have a pattern around it, come up with a format and start broadcasting or publishing this content, and thereby start making or monetizing this content. Do you plan on flying somewhere this weekend? How about an educational tour while you're flying? LinkedIn has a product which was behind the scenes. I don't think we have forgotten that. I don't think we have forgotten LinkedIn taking over lynda.com a couple of years ago, valued at about $1.5 billion. They sure seem to have done a great job. So what they have done is they revamped how lynda.com was, added a lot of other courses, a lot of other material, increased the scope of what Lynda already was, and now they have made it LinkedIn Learning, which is accessible for everybody. I have seen a 1 month trial that LinkedIn Learning was offering me, where I could learn as much as I can in that 1 month. So what's going to happen is probably I will either completely ignore it, or I get overwhelmed with the information that I see in LinkedIn Learning. If I am the types who would really pull my socks and say that, okay, shit, this is too much to learn, I better get registered under LinkedIn Learning, I would be able to do that. Or if I'm somebody who just doesn't give a fuck anymore, or I just want to leave it, I may just ignore it. But the content seems very promising. It's any day better than how Lynda used to look. Lynda.com used to look like, in my personal opinion, used to look like this boring, thick book which has got about 1,000 volumes to read, right? I didn't know where to start from. Now LinkedIn Learning has broken that barrier, and it seems more light, it seems more presentable, it seems more accessible, it seems more approachable. So I don't have a problem searching for courses or content that I might want to educate myself upon. So a big thumbs up there to LinkedIn Learning. And now, why did I talk about have plans on flying this weekend is because they have partnered, LinkedIn has partnered with a lot of carriers, like, let's say, including Delta, where they have LinkedIn Learning available on the flights. So you can kill time by learning something on these flights going forward. Welcome to LinkedIn Learning, and you better be learning. So you get onto these flights, you start accessing content, you can start looking at these videos, you can start accessing this content, and you can start educating yourself, and knowledge is divine. And along with that, what's happening, how this is going to help is, or how do you match or map your skills is, this is how it works. Now, with the recent changes in LinkedIn job listings and how LinkedIn has been operating, whenever there is a job posting that you see on LinkedIn, and if it is showing in your feed, it will also show you how you match, what are the skills that match along with that job. If they match, it's fine. If they do not match, you know where you're lagging, and what you need to do is you need to pick up these skills, or pick up these skills, and you need to up your game. So how do you do that? Book a ticket, fly somewhere, and get this. I'm just kidding. So what I mean to say is, you need to know where you need to up your game, and make a list of these skills. Go to LinkedIn Learning and start, browsing these contents, and start educating yourself. Looks like YouTube had a very productive week. Now, I think I have got the most amount of updates from YouTube this week, or today. Not week, today. This is a daily digest. YouTube Kids has done something wonderful that only parents could understand. Gone are the days when you wanted to feed your kid and you wanted to play something on YouTube just to shove the food in their mouth and feed them. Now, it had certain repercussions. They used to watch rhymes, but which were not always pleasant. Some of them were very, I can't say, for the lack of a better word, some of them were not presentable. They were violent, and and that showed in kids' behaviors at home. I mean, that was sad. So now, with additional parental control, YouTube parents can decide what their kids can watch on YouTube Kids. So what you would have to do is, you have certain controls about, you can describe how old your kid is, or what age group does he fall under or she fall under. Now, accordingly, you can make certain changes so that the video content that gets displayed to them falls under that, or it is made suitable for that age group. Once that is done, YouTube is really banking upon YouTube TV, and they're really hoping to see high traction when it comes to this product called YouTube TV. They've already seen some positive traces in Europe, where people are eagerly waiting for to start getting onto YouTube and start watching videos on the big screens. Now, that's something which is very promising for YouTube. The third thing that I had to talk about today was, in the wake of controversies everywhere, Facebook facing a lot of problems when it comes to the privacy issues and all these things, where people say that you should not be using this video, it is my video, it is my copyright. YouTube is going to make the uploading process a little strict. Now, they don't want to get caught into these copyright traps, or issues where trademark issues where somebody uploaded content owned by somebody else. So YouTube is definitely making those is certainly using its experience and trying not to avoid the trap in future, because this is the time where YouTube really needs to push for it and have the foot on the accelerator. So now they can't afford to get caught in these traps. Why do I say that? Because Facebook, Amazon, everybody's working on video platforms. Now YouTube really has to push itself too hard to retain its spot. Now, to do that, it really needs to maintain that focus and not get into unwanted issues at this point in time. YouTube is working on the vertical ad formats for TrueView ads and universal app campaigns. Now, vertical ads are no longer considered to be very low quality, not giving you that rich experience. People have embraced these vertical videos thanks to Instagram and IGTV and similar platforms. YouTube is bringing vertical videos to TrueView ads and universal app campaigns. So that is going to be an interesting move. Now we will see a lot of people trying to create and showing how creative they could get with the vertical videos. Now, the last piece of update that I have is for all the people who are a big fan of dark theme or the night mode option. It's coming to WhatsApp after a long wait, and people can't thank WhatsApp enough, because I don't know why they're so curious about it, but it's a welcoming change to a lot of people. Is it because of less stress levels? It hurts your eye less? I don't know, but WhatsApp is coming up with the night mode option very soon, at least for Android to start with. So I think what else do I have got? I think that's about it. Now, thank you so much for staying with me, and you would see certain changes already in your AdWords accounts or in your Google Ads or Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat accounts, or you would already see some of these updates, and the other updates you obviously would have to wait for some time to see these. And nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed this session. And if you have any questions, you know what to do, and you will find all these episodes on IGTV going forward. So wherever you want to follow me, I'm just going to be available and accessible to you guys. So thank you so much as always, and do not forget to subscribe and show me some love to keep coming back with stronger content every time. Until then, it's Casey signing off, guys. Have a great weekend. Cheers.